Hello there everyone, this is Mark 3 and welcome back to Airborne Kingdom. As I continue to trade and try and gather a bit more material, namely coal, because we were suffering a bit of a coal shortage right at the end of last episode, to the point where I was actually saying, warning, low coal, you noob, get more coal. Do it now. So it's like, it was getting kind of ticklish there. Also better propulsion, hooray. We're already maxed out on coal there. Lifts. I guess maybe look at this, but the problem with the balloon is it requires a worker, and I'm not a big fan of that right now. Let's boost the ores, since we've actually got those. Right. But yeah, of note, between last episode and this one, I actually bolted in a extra turbine. So we are running on 8 lift turbines now, which increases coal consumption, of course. I've taken the spaces I was deliberately leaving in the pathways, and I've added more trees and things around. So we've got a bit more comfort going on. Just a tad. I can see where I forgot to add a few already, but I was running into weight issues. I mean, that is why I added in the extra turbine, just to make sure that it was actually, you know, going to let me stay in the air, since I consider that vaguely important. There we go, a few extra bits and pieces, a little bit of extra comfort. So, life is improving slowly in this area, in my ship, in my kingdom. The people are not revolting too much. And so with that in mind, we're going to do what I was saying is becoming quite urgent at the end of last time, because we are consistently being unable to hold on to people. And that is, we're going to actually pay a very quick visit to the mountain region. So, rejoice, we are going to see the third and final region of this game. Well, of the space game. Ooh. Hey, Tree of Serenity. Hey! I didn't even know that was there because visibility is so darn poor in this area. Kind of sucks, honestly, but I'm also kind of hoovering up any resources nearby because my reserves are somewhat tapped out, and the loss of people is also a bit of an issue. All curious, can't get any of those. Okay. I still think those ores look kind of ridiculous, but this game is definitely aesthetics. Anyway, let's continue on our northeastern bearing. Actually, no, we can get. I think it was Ashrock Crossing we've got the missing troop for. So yeah, let's stop on with Ashrock Landing. So let's ally with them. Let's get them firmly on board, so we can get a couple of extra people. Upgrades. Give me the last upgrade, because that's what we're using actively right now. Look at our lift though, 238 out of 240. We need more lift again, but I think the turbines are actually the most power dense lift form available in this game, if I recall. So we need to spend more coal, or we need to add some greener, eco-friendly alternatives. Well, we are meant to be the Airborne Kingdom, and we're meant to be progressive, so I don't know. Anyway, as we return, the Lost Landers, tears of joy stream down the faces at Ashrock. The search party and their kin have been slight typo there, have been reunited, and it is a joyous day. A few of the search party turn back and wish to join us. Having regained their strength along the journey, we are happy to have them. Now Ashrock Landing may truly believe we are the prophesied kingdom. We must build them a skyport to seal this allegiance. The distrust we witnessed in the depths of the shallows has disappeared, replaced all at once with warm comforts of home and family. Aww. Sometimes doing the right thing is its own reward. Also, more workers, yes. Work for us, we demand it. Maybe I should actually hoover up this coal deposit. 92. That will top up our reserves quite nicely. Though the question is if it's one that replenishes or not. It probably isn't because it was a town revealed one. But it's worth a try, right? I'll also pick up some of that while I'm here. And I just wait for the skyport to be built. Where's that? 31. No, our food reserves are actually full. Shockingly enough. Oh, I just remembered that's something I've been forgetting. I was going to... a few episodes back, I think my stated goal for tech progression was get the 3rd stack levels of food and water storage, but I don't have those. Oh, I almost forgot to add. When I upgraded before the start of this episode, I also built an extra pair of warehouses because storage space needs it. Oh wait, yeah. Settlement 1, very fast to harvest as well. New skyport, we have gained another ally. Ta-da! Ashrock has joined us. So technically, we are halfway through this game. The sky beacon completes. Ashrock Landing is now connected to the neighbours. They send the customary 5 inhabitants, descendants of the representatives of the old Great Council. 6+6 cotton. The plus cotton supply is... Well, actually, apparently we're still slowly losing cotton. Because we're getting plus 0.5 per hour, but we are processing at minus 0.8, so... If we finish this area, we'll be constantly generating canvas instead of cotton. Is that good? Who can say? The very least I can do is strip mine everything as I proceed, because we are about to lose some people. Unless I can head that off really quick. I'm just stopping because like 100 odd cotton was like, 100 resources, yoink, gimme. That's sometimes how this game works. Or any game where you have fixed resources. Don't know if you guys remember when I was playing Space Haven, but that's basically how I played that game, because once I got to an area and it's like, oh, resources, yay, I didn't want to have to go back. You know? Especially in that game where you spend a huge amount to move, because you're spending hypertray fuel and all that jazz. So not great. Any game where you're having to spend resources to make resources, trying to be efficient and not having to spend more resources than you have to is generally a good idea. But anyway, this area should lead us to... Yep, there's the first one over there. Hopefully they've got the stuff we're looking for. The good shiz, they got all dem elixirs. They got all the shinies that we crave. Namely medical care. We want medicine. Ironic that it's the last desire we're actually going to be able to do anything about. But yeah, here we go. Mountain region starting. Look at this. Very grey, very barren. Mountain region, if I recall, is... mountain highlands. As we venture even further from home, the landscape ahead grows taller and more jagged. One of our people has heard rumours of this place. We encourage him to speak of what he knows. These are the highlands. A vast range of canyons, ancient kingdoms were built in these parts, and they must still exist today. Notably, there are few outcroppings of food, so we should make sure to prepare as we go forth. So it's not food and water, it's food in particular that's in short supply around here. But this area should be good for a load of things. But there's also a new resource here called ore, which I shall diligently harvest. And oh, that's the other thing. These tall outcroppings mean that this area is like it hides settlements and things really well. Like there's a small settlement here. If I hadn't moused over that and we hadn't parked practically above it, I wouldn't have noticed that just then. It was just like, I was looking, I was just, oh, something glowing. Oh, there's a settlement there. Oh. And then off we went. We're also getting ore, which is the basic material for iron production. Yep, that one's done. Okay, we can proceed a little bit. But basically we have to explore all the canyons in this place if we want to make sure we track everything down. But I'm just trying to strip mine a little bit of the ore. No, we need 5 there. So, our first kingdom. Excuse me. Bluff's Gateway. As we soar over the gorges and mesas of the highlands, we begin to hear an echo in the distance, a rhythmic clang at regular intervals. Sorry, full stop. At regular intervals, we spot the source, a kingdom in the canyons. Our approach is notable for its lack of novelty. Though they would never have seen an airborne kingdom in their lifetimes, none of the people stop their tasks to stare at our machines. We come to learn that hard work is a defining characteristic for the Highlands, as, apparently, is their lack of belief in our prophecy. Ooh, the heathens! No, the heathens must learn. The Highlanders had survived on their own for generations, hardened by the earth and climate, whose harshness meant little food for their bellies. When we arrived, there was little fanfare, for the day's work still needed doing. We seek the king of Bluff's Gateway, eager for his allegiance in our quest to reunite the ancient empire, but our requests for an audience are dismissed. His aides claim he has no time for beggars. If we wish to speak with the king, we must bring a gift. Oh dear. We hear whispers of an ancient stone said to be part clouds, though likely just myth. Even its rumour would inspire the farmers, desperate from the harsh soil and lack of sunlight. Such a donation would surely grant us access to the king's ear. We must find the rune of daylight and return it to Bluff's Gateway. The caste system of the Highlands was rigidly enforced. Everyone had their place and was determined in their tasks. Okay, but I'm not here for quests, I'm here for tech. I want toys. And what do you got? You got the Iron Forge. Okay, we got the clinic. Vital. And we got the fin. High cost, high fuel, 4 workers, very high speed. I think, as I recall, this is the most powerful propulsion option available. Costly, but it does a lot of stuff. Notice, by the way, it requires 20 iron and 20 glass. So it needs some advanced materials. Iron, I can only get the ore from here, but I could probably trade for ore now that I've discovered it in other places. We'll have to see about that, but anyway, clinic first. Iron Forge is required, and we can afford the fin. So, we've got everything. Everything we need from them. We found a place. I'm thinking we've got a little bit of tech. I'm not really committing to exploring this area right now, I don't think. But I think I will try to hit up an additional kingdom. Just to make absolutely sure I've got all required techs. I mean, let's see. I've got yeah, I've got the basic desires. Propulsion, okay. There is a missing lift option. That's all we're missing as far as base tech is concerned. An option for lift. So I kind of want to see if I can find that before I leave this area, since I came to this area in search of technology. The technology that we require. Oh, that's convenient. A relic just over there. That's good. Is that a kingdom over there? Might be. 5 relics. That gives us 11. Cool. Bit of quartz. We do need the quartz, so I'll hoover that up. There's a ton of wood there. Oh, yep. See, this is why I want the clinic, darn it. We keep dropping straight back down to 100 flat. There is also that. Just the ruin on top of a cliff, and yeah, that is a kingdom over there. Four relics. 15. I think that should have us covered, actually. I don't think we need any more relics for this. I mean, this wasn't meant to be a resource strip at all. It's just gathering the stuff, you know? Also, I'm wondering if I miscounted slightly. No, I didn't. It was just someone being slow. Okay, let us proceed. There's more over there, which we will require. Unknown settlements next to some ore. We get us one person at the very least, and yeah, there's a whole load of water over there, which we can strip out and just grab 20, 40, yep, 2 passes. Alright, these guys. Who are you? Crag Perch. Okay. Built straddling the highest of nearby peaks, the homes are distributed among various levels, with each pocket forming its own small community. In those days, the kingdom's odd layout was an attempt to get the most sunlight for their crops, but they keep this dispersion to this day, forever a piece of their lives. We seek an audience with the king, but are turned aside at his gates. That's sounding familiar. He has no wish to talk of empires and prophecy when his people are in immediate need. Asking his retinue of their ailments, they tell us that the people of the Crag Perch cannot easily traverse the kingdom. Its small communities are stranded among the cliffsides. Movement between is possible, but treacherous. Their crane hoist has collapsed into the deep basin below the kingdom. Their king needs time to think of how to retrieve and repair it. If we were to do that, he may give us audience. The districts of Crag Perch are still in reach by its youths and athletes, but for many, life without the crane hoist was one of isolation. And we saw their desire. We saw their desire. We saw their dire need for it. Requires iron, actually, which we are not producing. What I wanted though was tech. No tech. Ah. That means the last tech must reside in the other kingdom. In the other 2 kingdoms that are nearby. I think there's one over there, actually. That's very nearby. That one. But there's so many lights over there, that's got to be another kingdom. I will deal to your needs in time. Do not worry. Well, I say I will. Healthcare for 10 inhabitants. New research is possible. New research is possible. See, we are getting their desires. Spirit healer and a tea garden. +5 to comfort. Increase capacity, increase comfort. So that one tea garden can provide 10 comfort and healthcare for 20 people. Or 30 people if we upgrade it. Ooh, that's actually quite powerful. Requires faith and health, increased capacity, and increased radius. Tea Garden might be the one I want to go for because both of its effects are not tied to location. So maybe Tea Garden, but I will unlock them both and then we can decide what the hell to do. For now, though, we continue onwards, and that is a big old coal deposit. I'd honestly forgotten for a few moments there what a big coal deposit looked like. It's kind of telling how long I've been in the shallows, isn't it? When I've forgotten something like that. Just going to strip mine that a little bit. Then there's a little bit of light over there. Doing okay for food though. Ah, good. We've got everything. Oh, you know what? It would help if I was actually researching. Got the fins. Actually, we need the resource, don't we? So let's start processing capability because our storage is actually getting full again as well. So we've got 100 odd iron ore lying around. Being able to process it into iron is probably a good idea. Increase the efficiency by 50, 50, 50, 50. So that's all that does. Windmills, range and comfort for windmill in the farming area. So should start looking at getting these techs up as well, I think. But yeah, let's get into the tea garden. Small settlement near a cliff's edge. We seek migrants. One person, thank you. The sheer number of people we've been losing though, because our settlement is not set up fully to take care of everyone. Home sprawling beneath a small mesa. No tech though. Leading to a king's dais above the main town. We approach the king, who agrees for only a brief meeting. Wow, he actually met with us. He believes in our prophecy and retells the legends which claim that the Airborne Kingdom will help those in need. The ground nearby is fickle, and his farmers must track the distant skies and stars to understand the perfect times to plant, but clouds thicken by the year. They need a way to study the stars, even through the mists. They have the ancient plans for an observatory, created long ago in the Barrens, but they lack the knowledge or resources to begin construction. If we could aid his people, the king would convince them of our cause. The king sat upon an outdoor dais with a small retinue. While the sun rarely shone, his eyes sparkled as though glinting in daylight. Again, a little bit of iron, so we can't do that right now, but no tech. There's another island very nearby though. I don't want to roam this area though, that's the thing. This is only meant to be a temporary excursion and we're already just flying all over it all willy-nilly. It's not quite what I meant to do. Anyway, I should probably actually get iron smelting going. Let's check the farm. Yeah, that's decent size. Water condensers are kind of small. It does have a red radius on it though. Windmills, double farm production. I mean, the windmill, flat out doubling it is very powerful, but the iron forge is what I want right now. And that is a big boy. I was not expecting it to be that big. So big, I can't just casually bolt it in, really. I need to... Either I build it over here, which prevents me from building a second glass smelter. Mind you, we don't need the any more glass smelters, I don't think so. That should be alright, actually. Let's just build it here. And then we'll figure out what to do with the rest of the space later. For now, though, I think another charcoal hot's probably a good idea as well. So let's install that. Not enough lifts. Oh yeah, lifts. Also, there's a ruin right there next to us. Oh, this place, it hides things so well. Honestly, I remember when I first played this game, exploring this area was a nightmare. Because I was trying to be completionist and get everything. It's like, I was wandering around here, there, and everywhere, and it was like, I was having to scrutinize every single... Oh, there's another one. Every single cliff edge, just like looking for settlements and things. Structure from the Empire's half buried in highlands. A shining stone sits upon... Oh, this is a quest piece. Whoops. Rune of Daylight. We attempt to pry it from the ruin, but eventually we work it free. We must now deliver it to Bluff's gateway for an audience with the king. This is not what I'm here for, darn it. Oh, there's something else there. Tree of Unity. Feel more swing. We recognise one of the trees needed for the Tranquil Gardens. Hey! Hey! Wonder! Right. Tranquil Gardens research emanates Serenity, thereby removing all displeasure from inhabitants. Be displeasure from tilt, or living near an unpleasant building, or any number of woes. This building is unique, meaning only one can be placed. We've actually got a wonder. Unfortunately, we don't have enough lift to even check it out. But we got a wonder which removes displeasure. Oh, there's some ruin over there. Is there no kingdom in on this island south of me? Is that what I'm seeing? I think it might be. Oh, out of range. Also, there's another ruin right there as well, so pretend that. And I might as well actually pick up the iron ore as well, as we get our first tea garden. Let's get the lift. So yeah, I'm gonna actually stop recording after this episode. So mainly because I want to give my computer time to choke through rendering this, rendering the previous episode, so we can go out on static. That's the thing. So there you go, dated that very, very hard. But I'm kind of wondering, should I rebuild my city on camera or off camera? That's my thought there. Also, I should probably actually get the resource cost reduction just to reduce the amount of iron and glass it needs for that one. But yeah, tea gardens, we don't need to worry about that. I will research the spirit healer for completeness there, but I don't think it's one I'm going to use. I'll upgrade it though. I'll upgrade the hell out of it, just because. But no, you look, we lost another bunch of people. Down to 97. Did we not send a worker? Oh, wait, no, the worker disappeared because it was one of the ones that left. I see. But yeah, I think next time we will have a rebuilt city. I'm still remembering Hafer's comment way back that, when I was back in the Flatlands. Like, my city looks like a fish. I found that kind of interesting, but it's not. It looks like been looking like a block for a while now. I don't know. Please tell me there's a kingdom over here somewhere. I'm not seeing any lights, but there is something there. There's something there. Also, we're very low on food. Oh dear. I hope there's a kingdom there because we need the food supplies. I think there is. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is one. But we're just not set up for long-term operation in. Ooh, golden sphere. That's we're missing the golden sphere from the shallows, actually. I think. Yeah, I think that's the only one we're missing as far as that's concerned. But right, spirit healer. In order for placement things, I'm going to unlock its range increase, just so we can decide when rebuilding, send a worker. But okay, this kingdom, which is the last thing I'm going to do for this episode, is Mohnem's Foundry. We see the chief forge before anything else, towering above all settlements. The remaining buildings are scattered in a circle surrounding the forge. The placement of homes was to keep their distance from the central fires, but the deferential placement gives them mythical importance to the chief forge. They have technology then. We seek their king, who is working hard in the chief forge. Taut muscles bulge as he screams orders, looking more like a foreman than a noble. But despite his commands, the huge forge merely splutters. He bitterly tells us of their folly, burning the nearby coal too quickly, inefficiently, so that now the deposits have run dry. They cannot continue their forging without coal. The king marches away, shouting at his subjects once more. We know our purpose. Supply Mohnem with coal. We've got tons of coal, actually. They cannot continue their forging without coal. But Mohnem was driven to forge their kingdom with iron, needing strong tools cast with ore to dig further into the veins. A dirty work, but we admired their determination. 20 coal. We can ignite that immediately. We ask for technology though. The fan. Average cost, average fuel, 1 worker, average lifts. I think that's it for tech, actually. Ta-da! We've got the balloon and fan. We've got that. Okay, yeah, we've got all basic techs now. I don't think we have a use for relics anymore, actually. Oh yeah, food. We need food. Barter for resources. We can indeed barter for iron and barter for ore. I think. I don't know. Anyway, what we want though is food. Trade for food. We have okay-ish water. I don't want to get rid of ore. We can get rid of some clay. Definitely get rid of some wood. I mean, there's a forest nearby as well, so sink a load of that into there. Quartz, a little bit of glass. Again, there's plentiful deposits around here. Canvas. We've got so much cotton. We can just throw cotton at them for days. In fact, we're so clogged on cotton now it's taking up a ton of our storage space. Oh well. But yeah, there we go. We've resupplied on food. But we will also resupply on wood. There's a little bit of ore down there. We'll try and gather that. We're just waiting for the city to be done. Honestly. And it'll be done soon. And part of me feels like it keeps taking longer, but I'm pretty sure the game hasn't slowed down at maximum speed. Or at least it doesn't feel like it does, but it just feels like this takes a little bit to go up. But it's always been kind of sluggish. Wait 2 hours in game time to get that thing. Ta-da! Chief Forge again works. As the great bellows reignite the Chief Forge, the people of Mohnem are awed. A few wish to join the Bringers of Coal. Hey, a new title. We are the Bringers of Coal. Haha! And we gladly accept them. The king marches towards them and claps every one of our backs in relief. We have renewed his kingdom and their dreams, and he could not be more delighted. Yes, eventually the coal we provided will also run dry. If we can build them a skyport to get their own, we'll surely... Well, then surely they would ally with us. Chanting erupted that day. For now the Mohnemians could be again in their natural state, covered in soot, smelting their irons, and content as could be. Praise the Omnissiah! That sounds like Mechanicus conditions, that. But hey, I wasn't planning to, but we've actually got a skyport going up now. Oh dear. Well, I may not have activated myself to actually stay in this area, but we've got some stuff done. We got some tech. We got a load of resources. We've met a bunch of kingdoms. We picked up some of their quests. We've even got an ally in this region as well. Ahead of my planned schedule, but I had to wander this way just to get the last piece of basic tech. So you know, I think it was worth it. I think it was worth it. And it has been an episode showing the appearance of the third landscape as well, which is the big bulky rising hills and things does kind of look very different compared to the two areas we've been in so far. Especially with all the mist and stuff that's around the place as well. I mean, look at it. Very isolated looking. And here we go. With that, we have managed to get our first ally in the third region, Mohnem's Foundry. They will supply us with iron ore every day, so we constantly produce our own iron, which is great considering we're about to leave this area. And it is done. Mohnem's Foundry is done. We can just head straight back south into the shallows. But I'm afraid that is also where we're going to have to end it, because well, we are over the half-hour mark again. Ooh, coal. But we are generating a boatload of coal. This has been Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the show. And again, be sure to let me know down below if you think I should restructure the city off or on camera. Because I do have some thoughts on how I should try to rearrange its overall shape. But I am welcoming suggestions on what you guys might like to see. And we also need to stop that from happening. People just keep leaving. Ugh. But yeah, see you all later.